Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. You're with me on Super Primetime Max on the debate with Arnab, and I want to talk to you about something which is truly horrifying. It's truly horrifying. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure in this day and age, I'm sure you have found yourself depending on online shopping increasingly. And maybe you've got addicted to it. It's convenient, time-saving, saves energy too. It is convenience brought to your doorstep by multi-billion-dollar giants like Amazon, Zepto, Blinkit, or even the food and beverage brands that supply to these service providers. But questions are now arising, rightly so, as to what exactly are they giving you, the consumer. And I'm not exaggerating it, ladies and gentlemen. You have had cobras in Amazon deliveries, snakes in an Xbox controller delivery. Snakes, ladies and gentlemen, that's a spectacled cobra that was found. Ladies and gentlemen, some of you may be buying Hershey's chocolate syrup. Hershey's chocolate syrup, supplied by Zepto, has a dead mouse inside it. Now, who is to blame, Hershey's or Zepto or both? Now, I know it's dinner time, I'll have to tell you this. A human finger, a severed human finger in ice cream. And now ask yourself how much these delivery companies really care for you. You had centipedes in Amul ice cream. Amul said it's concerned, it's looking into it, blah, blah, but that's all right. But the fact of the matter is there was a centipede. And now you have a case of a frog in a chips packet made by another big manufacturer. My concern is also with the manufacturer's responsibility and the responsibility of the delivery companies. I don't want to exaggerate, but many of these delivery companies have really, really shady ways in which they keep their stuff. They have to deliver within the blink of an eye, but the way they keep the stuff, the way they store the material, food items, other items, is despicable. Amazon has a $1.2 trillion market share. Hershey's is valued at $44 billion. Zepto has a $3.4 billion valuation. What are they giving you, viewers? What are they giving you? And are they not responsible? You complain, you know what you get? You just get a templated response on Twitter. We are concerned about the fact that you got a human finger, with the fact that you got a cobra, the fact that you found a mouse. We are sorry about it, and our customer service teams are looking into it. The same standard, terrible, despicable, templated reply. Viewers, are these companies taking you for granted? They are playing the big money game. But are they trustworthy? Are they worthy of your trust? Is the problem with these FMCG companies? Or is the problem with these big delivery giants? Do they maintain any quality control? Ladies and gentlemen, and when something like this happens, who is responsible? You feel comfortable with these companies, ladies and gentlemen? I'm going to open up the phone lines tonight. And that's the reason I'm picking this subject that we should all be talking about. Because you deserve much better than a templated reply on social media from these companies.
Scary snake in an Amazon parcel. Creepy frog in a wafer packet. Dead mouse in chocolate syrup. And an eerie severed finger in an ice cream. In a series of alarming incidents spanning different states in India, unsuspecting consumers have uncovered disturbing surprises in their everyday purchases. Let's tell you what people found. In Bengaluru, a couple was left horrified after discovering a live snake nestled inside an Amazon parcel they had received. This shocking find has sparked widespread concern about the handling and quality control of online deliveries. Meanwhile, in Mumbai, another unsettling discovery emerged when a severed finger was found inside a tub of ice cream. The incident has raised serious questions about food safety standards and hygiene practices in the production and distribution of packaged goods. Moving to Delhi, a consumer reported finding a deceased mouse floating inside a bottle of Hershey's chocolate syrup. The gruesome find has prompted an investigation into product manufacturing and inspection protocols within the food industry. In fact, Republic TV even visited the Hershey's office in the national capital, but nobody was willing to speak.
From you, that is there anyone whom we can have a word with? There's a safety issue which has occurred, sir. There's a safety issue that has occurred, sir. We just want someone to speak to us. That's it, nothing else. Sir, कोई तो accountability ले लीजिए. हम आपका product लेते हैं. We take your products, ना sir. At least some accountability needs to be sought, no? Can we get some accountability, sir? Someone to speak to us. Please, someone to speak to us, sir. Come on. At least you have issued a statement. Just speak to us. Sir, there has been a safety issue. किसी आपके सिरप में एक मरा हुआ चूहा आया है सर, इसलिए आपसे किसी से मतलब जवाबदेही चाहिए सर, और मुझे कुछ भी नहीं चाहिए. Can someone please come and speak to us, please? So you can understand. You can understand that what is the situation over here, that we are trying to get to speak to someone, and this is the public office. Let me just tell you, this is the public office of Hershey's. We are trying our best to have a word with someone, but no one is trying to speak to us, and this is the kind of accountability which this company has. Let's just have a word with someone. Sir, कोई तो होगा बात करने के लिए. Please. Sir, there is a consumer related issue. That's why we have just come over here. Please have a word with us. We are requesting you politely, sir. I'm right now reporting from the Hershey office over here in New Delhi, and we are trying to have a word with someone over here so that at least we can get a reply of what exactly the statement of Hershey's is.
In yet another distressing incident, a packet of wafers purchased contained a lifeless frog, leaving consumers bewildered and apprehensive about the overall safety and quality assurance of packaged snacks. These incidents have not only shocked consumers but also highlighted the need for stricter regulatory oversight and enhanced quality assurance measures across various sectors. Authorities are urging consumers to remain vigilant and report any suspicious or concerning findings promptly. But as a consumer, Republic TV has one piece of advice for you. Check before you eat.
It's really a huge issue, and I know that when I open the phone calls, there'll be a lot of callers in. Suhail Seth joins me tonight. He's a leading corporate voice, brand guru, corporate strategist. He's heading brands for CII for a few years now. Suhail, thanks for joining on this issue. And we are asking tonight whether these multi-billion-dollar online delivery companies and food manufacturers, FMCG companies, are beginning to take the consumer for granted. After all, so many cases cannot be wrong. I have with me tonight also Mohit Sharma, co-founder of TeziPay.com, who believes that aggregators should take responsibility. What does TeziPay do, Mohit?
So we are a fintech company. We are into digital lending space for MSMEs, and we have a RegTech product for e-sign and e-stamp.
Okay. So you have some understanding of the digital sector, though not the food delivery sector, but you have an understanding of the sector. Sanjay Rana is an advocate of the Supreme Court, who says aggregators are not wrong. I have with me first Jaimin, and with Jaimin there is Hasmukh. Jaimin ji हमारे साथ हैं और उनके साथ हसमुख जी हैं. हसमुख जी जैमीन जी के नेबर हैं. क्या मैं ठीक तरह से इंट्रोड्यूस कर रहा हूं? जैमीन जी, आपको मेरी आवाज आ रही है? मैं अर्नब बोल रहा हूं. जैमीन जी, हसमुख जी, नमस्कार. मेरी आवाज आ रही है आपको?
हेलो. आ रही.
तो आपको इंट्रोड्यूस करना चाहता हूं कि मुझे कहा गया कि आपने कोई नमकीन की पैकेट खरीदी और उसके अंदर मेंढक मिला. It is alleged that you bought a packet of namkeen and inside the namkeen there was a frog, मेंढक मिला. ये नमकीन के पैकेट की डिलीवरी के साथ आई कि पैकेट के अंदर थी या बॉक्स के अंदर थी? मतलब कहां से खरीदी, कैसे हुआ?
अंदर थी. नहीं, पैकेट वो एक शॉप था ना, उधर से खरीदी थी और उसमें से निकले हैं ये.
क्या निकला था?
वो डेट का,
हाँ,
गुजराती में उसको डेट का बोलते हैं, हिंदी में
फ्रॉग।
इंग्लिश में फ्रॉक, फ्रॉक, हाँ फ्रॉक।
तो ये कब हुआ
ये हुआ कल शाम को।
कल शाम को? और कहां से खरीदी थी आपने ये नमकीन की पैकेट?
ये जो उसका जस्मिन भाई का घर है ना, उसके बगल में एक शॉप था, उससे वहां से खरीदी थी।
तो शॉप से खरीदी थी आपने, ऑनलाइन नहीं खरीदी थी?
नहीं, ऑनलाइन नहीं खरीदी थी।
और जब आपने इसको खोला तो खोलने, सोहेल स्टॉप लाफिंग प्लीज, इट इज नॉट अ लाफिंग मैटर, यू आर टेकिंग इट लाइटली, इट्स अ वेरी सीरियस।
You got a plastic animal in the good old days when you were growing up and I was growing up.
Yeah, yeah.
Today they've replaced it with real life wildlife.
नहीं, it is very scary, Sohail. I mean, you know, the thing is, अच्छा, जयमीन जी, जयमीन जी,
हाँ चलिए।
ये आपने उस कंपनी से, मतलब आपको पहला रिएक्शन कैसा था जब ये खोला, आपने पैकेट में मिला? तो कोई अगर ये सवाल पूछे, मैं आपको डाउट नहीं कर रहा, अगर कंपनी बोले कि नहीं ऐसा नहीं हो सकता है, ये कोई गलतफहमी है, ऐसा नहीं हो सकता है, कंपनी ने कोई रिप्लाई दिया आपको? कंपनी से बात की आपने?
रिप्लाई दिया, रिप्लाई उसमें कस्टमर,
हाँ जी,
उसको हमने तो बोलने लगे कि डिलीवरी करते हैं। बाद में उसने आधा कलाक से उठ और फोटो उठा के बोला आपको जो करना है वो।
ओके, आवाज क्लियर नहीं है। जयमीन जी, हसमुख जी, एक मिनट रुकिए आप। I want to say here that we'll have to investigate the facts of the case. You know, Republic has not independently verified these claims. The claims made by consumers. But on many of these claims, you have responses from companies. And viewers, we have a 0-0 on this right now, but the question is on your screen, is customer safety being overlooked? And my larger question tonight on this debate is that when you find snakes in an Amazon delivery, should Amazon not have had a press conference by now, Suhail, explaining how are they trying to underplay this? You know, if inside an Xbox delivery, it happens in Bangalore, a live cobra has been found. Viewers, Amazon delivery, all of you must be taking Amazon delivery. A live spectacled cobra found inside the parcel, Suhail, that the couple had ordered a Xbox controller. When it came, there was this very poisonous snake, and the snake was stuck to the tape, so it couldn't move out. It got stuck. But the snake could have got out of the box. If it had bitten, it would have been fatal. This is a highly venomous snake species. The snake was immobile because it was stuck in the packaging tape. It could not harm anyone. But imagine any of you getting an Amazon delivery and a snake that comes with it. The snake would enter your house, you would not see, it could bite anyone later, you would imagine where it came from, you would probably realize later it came through your delivery. Suhail, what's going on here, you think?
So here's the thing. As you very rightly said, there's embedded arrogance in all these companies because they believe that they are too big to fail. A, B. You know Advaita Kala, a common friend of ours.
Yeah.
She made a mistake on a GoDaddy domain and lost almost 7.5 lakhs. Okay?
How?
And then, because she made some error and she wrote to them, they said, yeah, we will refund the money, blah, blah, blah. Nothing happened. She tagged Meti, she tagged the minister, she tagged the ministry.
Let's get Advaita
no one
also.
did a damn. Now, here's the point. These companies are basically on free cash. In California, the cash is for free. Now, this Tezi Pay gentleman will tell you. This is all subvention. Today, Arnab Goswami can get a fridge for less than the market price of a fridge set by the manufacturer because these jokers are all into subvention. They don't care about one snake or one frog. They've got a whole bloody zoo operating for them. A, B, there is no customer concern that they have because this is all automated management of customer grievances. You write to them, you'll get an automated response. It'll be run by some bot. You write to them again, they'll do nothing. You try and shame them on the media, they don't care. The Ministry of Consumer Affairs I don't know where the hell they are, if at all they exist anymore. So the consumer is left in the lurch. That's why I say, Arnab, the Kirana stores at least had one good thing going about themselves. If you pointed out something, they had the value systems, the value architecture, the ethic to correct it.
Can I add
These
one thing?
companies-
What happened here, Sohail, I want to add to this. This couple who got this Amazon delivery of an Xbox controller. So the cobra came out of the cobra came out, viewers, of the box. You can see it there. And the cobra is a Naja spectacled cobra, highly venomous snake species. And it was just stuck. It could not come out. It could not bite anyone. They apparently called Amazon. They were put on, they were apparently put on hold for a couple of hours, 2 hours, and the person said, solve the problem on your own. Sorry for the cobra, help yourself. This is the kind of response you got. You callers,
Now let me tell
scholars.
you what had happened.
Yeah,
If
but
something of this had happened as a fatality,
you see, the
Amazon people would have
FMCG
said,
problem
"We are
in
not
our country is these FMCG companies and these delivery companies, they think they can buy over anyone. And it's getting into very, very dangerous turf. Calls are going to be open tonight.
Now,
Mohit,
can I tell you one last thing which will shock you?
yes, tell
You
me.
at least are honorable about some of these things. All these companies are the largest advertisers in newspapers. They're the
Oh.
largest users of digital advertising. So even those newspapers won't write against them.
Oh, the
Catch any of
newspapers
the
won't
things
write
Delhi's
against them
writing
because of
against
advertising.
chaps.
Okay.
Huh?
So they sort of, they don't want these things reported.
Absolutely. Have you seen an apology yet for the snake?
No,
Or for the
Republic
frog?
is doing it. I would ask you, anyone, viewers, have you seen any major newspaper in the country? Not that anybody reads newspapers, are redundant, they're antique pieces, nobody reads them. But just check whether any of them in their online editions have done 8-column headlines on this story. They'll do everything but not talk about this. The story that affects the most people. Viewers, I want to tell you about a mouse that has been found in Hershey's syrup. A lady bought a bottle of Hershey's syrup to eat with brownies. Upon consuming it, they were continuously discovering strands of hair in the syrup. So then they opened the bottle and they found a dead rat inside it. Pictures on your screen. I don't want to spoil dinner time, but I want to make sure that you don't end up having mice for dinner. And you need to be very careful about what's going on, because one of them fainted and had to be rushed to the hospital. She has recovered fully, and then after not getting any response from the company, took to Instagram, and then they demanded a thorough investigation. Her Instagram post has over 5 million views. Hershey's gives a very templated reply. Let me tell you what the Hershey's reply is. Hi there. Look at this. It says, hi there. We're very sorry to see this. Please send us the UPC and manufacturing code from the bottle to consumercare@hersheys.com with the reference number so-and-so. One of our team members can assist you. Now, can we move to the next pack of popcorn, please? Ridiculous. No answerability. Bots are answering tonight. Bots are answering people. Mohit, you're laughing, but if you got a cobra or a mouse,
Arnav, it is.
I have the lady, 1 minute. The lady who found the mouse is on the line with me. Is that Prami Sridhar?
Yes, sir.
Hi, Prami. Thank you for coming live. I wish we could get you on a Zoom link. We'll try to do that. But when did this happen? I mean, I presume these pictures are the ones you recorded, right? The ones we are showing right now.
Happened about 2 months ago.
2 months ago.
Yes.
And how come it's only coming out now?
Now only it's for 5 million. Now only they are sharing on
What?
the channel. Now only they are getting response.
Really? I mean, this happened 2 months ago.
Yes.
And what happened after that? The rat was inside the Hershey's bottle of chocolate syrup. I'm never going to buy this chocolate syrup again. Not that yeah.
We found out the said the rat was inside water only.
And it was not part of the box, it was inside the packaged bottle.
Yes, inside.
The plastic
It was
Hershey's
sealed.
chocolate. So what did Hershey's tell you after that?
They didn't respond anything. They have sent some comment like, please send the manufacturer. We will correct you soon.
They told you they'll get back to you. Then what happened?
Then what means we have did one mistake that we have lost the bottle. We didn't get that manufacturer without knowing the manufacturer. We can't sue that company. With proof only we can talk it.
So did
And
you?
some other.
You are saying that one of your family members had to be rushed to a
No,
hospital, had to undergo
my
medical
family-
treatment after this?
Yeah, not my family members. They are wrongly updating. They are wrongly spreading. One of my colleagues, my roommate,
One
they
of-
only consumed that. I didn't have my comment also. I didn't mention my family members not
But
affected.
you did. Why did you not follow it up, Rami? Why did you not follow it up after that?
I think they won't. I didn't get, so I didn't anymore.
Were you afraid of taking on a big company?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Were you afraid about that, Prami? That why?
Also, we didn't have any. We didn't have that bottle. We discarded. With,
You discarded the bottle. So
Yeah, with panic that that day itself we discarded. We rushed to hospital. We didn't know that we should keep the bottle.
okay. But now how did this information go out? Did you put it on social media? At that time?
Yeah, I have posted my Instagram.
So
it.
So then now I presume what is happening, Prami, is that there is more interest because other cases are happening. In an ice cream cone, a human finger was found. A cobra has been found in an Xbox Amazon delivery. Then a mouse, of course, Suhail is laughing. A mouse has been found in a Hershey's chocolate soup delivery from online delivery company called Zepto.
Waiting for an EVM to be found. One day an EVM will be found.
And a woman in Noida has found a centipede in her ice cream. And after that, Amul put out a statement where they said they will investigate it. Apparently, that was a Blinkit delivery. I don't know. It was reported that it was a Blinkit delivery of Amul vanilla ice cream tub. And when she opened the ice cream box, she found a dead centipede. Now, what's happening? Because of the centipede case and the finger case, other previous cases are being reported. So people are saying that's going viral right now.
It's a chain of cases that's happening, and it's very horrifying to see what common people goes through. And it is the right of consumer to get quality product from these so-called big brands who are minting billions of dollars from you and me. You and me are the only consumers who consume their products on a daily basis. And there are SOPs and SLAs which need to be laid and followed thoroughly. But there is some lack that actually happened, and it is costing a lot of thing to the brand itself, as well as the trust that these brands are losing. They must be penalized, and it is the ultimate responsibility of the aggregator who is connecting the seller to the buyer. I'm not buying directly from the buyer. It is the aggregator. I am going to an X brand because I know that this brand sells quality product, and if I'm not getting the quality, they must be held responsible.
No,
They are
but
100%
then, there'll be what will happen is, I want to get Sanjay on this. My worry is that there will be a to and fro between the manufacturer and the delivery company. For in example here, Hershey's will say that how do you know that the mouse was inside? It could have come in. It was not meant to be inside. It was not inside when we manufactured it. The mouse came in later because before it was delivered. So you should go and ask, in this case, Zepto. Zepto will say, we don't know. Maybe Hershey's should answer. And I don't understand how a mouse can open, however, a question I have for Hershey's, how does a mouse open a chocolate syrup bottle, go inside it, and decide to die there? These are bizarre examples that are happening, and I think one of the reasons is the terrible way in which delivery companies manage their warehouses. You know?
You must have heard the news how people are underpaid, they're not allowed loo breaks, and the kind of plight they are in right now.
Yeah.
So what can you expect from a person who's under so much pressure to complete the task within distributed time? So the problems and mistakes going to happen, and that will cost a lot of money, as well as maybe human lives will be at stake as well.
Yeah. And ironically, ladies and gentlemen, these are not the subjects which are spoken about in the media. Instead, today the discussion is how on Rahul Gandhi's 54th birthday, he should go through another relaunch. This is not important. That is more important for the media. And Sanjay Rana is there, advocate of the Supreme Court. How do you view it? Let me take a couple of callers in immediately after that. Sanjay, what is the solution for the consumer here? Who should they trust?
Good evening, good evening, Arnab. Good evening to my fellow panelists. We need to understand the two things. Any company, take it any company, I'm talking about Hershey, take it example, Amul or any manufacturing company, they are totally automated. Though there's no human intervention at this point of time doing manufacturing from procuring till delivery. I'm talking about factory manufacturing and delivery. I'm not talking about the delivery of something else. So they are very cautious about the things, what they are producing or what they are doing. But we need to understand where we went wrong and what are the things are happening. So, all the big brands, they have a brand name and they will not play with their brand name for the show, number one. Number two, how it's happened. Obviously, duplication is happened in between. You have, Arnab, you must be remembering long back, there was a Vanaspati called Dhara, and how Dhara was targeted and where Dhara is right now. There's no Dhara Vanaspati at this point of time in the market. I have not heard from...
Who's targeting? Are you saying these consumers are targeting Amazon, Hershey's, Blinkit, Zepto?
No, I'm not saying
Who's
consumers
targeting?
are targeting. Suppose anybody using the package, anybody is using the bottle, anybody is using the brand name, and they're doing the duplication of their brand or their packaging and providing a duplicate material or substance, what they're trying to do it, then is a question mark.
No, but that's the kind of argument that lawyers will use. No, one minute, Sanjay, question is, that's the kind of argument a lawyer will use to fight a consumer, and that's why the consumer will accept it. He'll find a dead mouse and say, I don't want to fight these big companies. They're billion-dollar companies. Who's going to hire lawyers? They're going to hire lawyers. They're going to go after me, make my life miserable. Why do I want to take these people on? Let's just get on with it. But is that right? Nikhil from Mumbai is calling Advaita before I go to you. Nikhil, I'm going to open up to a lot of calls right now. Nikhil, what do you think? Nikhil?
Yeah, hi Arnab.
Hi.
Firstly, I would like to say that I'm really love the broadcast which you do, and I think you've raised a very important concern today. Now, coming back to the point, I think it is the manufacturers who should be held accountable and not the delivery, and the delivery partners as well. They should ensure that proper packaged food items are sold which are registered by FSSAI, and so that there are no duplications which happen.
But Nikhil, these delivery companies also, they have problem, no? Like in this one particular case about the ice cream case, no? When a lady from Noida got a centipede in her ice cream, she ordered the ice cream and found a dead centipede frozen and stuck in her ice cream. And then she posted it on social media. Blinkit refunded the money, initiated an investigation. Apparently, the food department went to Blinkit's shadow store and found there was a lot of dust in the storage, which in the facility, I mean, that the standards were not up to the mark. So, delivery companies also are not responsible at all?
No, they should be held accountable as well. But also, for example, like you rightly said, a mouse cannot open a Hershey's bottle and go inside and...
That's true.
So
that's true. That's what I was asking. How does the mice... I find it difficult to open a Hershey's bottle. How does a mice open a Hershey's bottle, go inside and decide to stay there?
It's a bright mouse.
Nikhil, thank you very much. What should be done, Advaita? I mean, what happens with these viral stories? One person reports, somebody else says, so I've had a bad experience, and then a slew of bad experiences begin to get reported. But it also emphasizes the fact that people are living with this because it's convenient, they're living with it.
Yes, I know, I'm living with it, as Suhail was very kind to mention, and I want to thank you, Arnab, for actually bringing this topic to the fore, because I've had a similar experience. It was 3 lakhs with GoDaddy, where I made an erroneous purchase and they promised me a refund and then turned around and said that we can't do it. And this is where the problem comes in. And I'm so glad your journalist went to the Nestle office, because these multinational companies with headquarters abroad do business in India. But when it comes to redressal, there's nobody there to answer your question. So the India guys were telling me, oh, we can't do anything. The guys in America will have to do it. And this is when I call them 5 minutes into the
purchase.
purchase.
Tell me one thing. These foreign companies, what if you were to find a mouse in a chocolate sauce bottle in London or Berlin?
And I want to ask, they are doing business in India. Why not?
They can be shut down. They can be shut down. Let me tell you the process in England or in America. If a consumer grievance of this nature occurs, 3 actions are taken. Number 1, they shut down the company, the plant or the facility.
Yeah.
Number 2, a severe federal investigation is launched and the company is asked to recall the entire batch of those products. Number 3, this is where the fun is. You can sue the company silly. Here, you can't do any of these 3. There, they can sue them for... See what happened with Johnson & Johnson, talcum powder, baby talcum powder. See what's happened. See what happened when traces of benzene were found in Perrier. We've got examples, Arnab, of...
I'd also tell you, I tell you one thing. I'm not naming companies now, okay? But I'll tell you, there are some companies who deliver the same thing, same product in India at 1/5 the price of the American product. Now, when you sort of find out, you find out that, oh, they say that US FDA is very tight, food and authorities are very tight, so they have to maintain purity. So there are big companies, Indian companies as well, who say that when we export the same, for example, if it's a medicine, I'm just saying, if it's Ayurvedic medicine, they will say the cost of the Ayurvedic medicine that is manufactured for an American is 6 or 7 times more than the same Ayurvedic medicine which is delivered to Advaita Kala. Which means the medicine delivered to Advaita Kala will be containing maybe some impurities. I'm just making a suggestion. Otherwise, why would it take you 10 times more to buy the same medicine of the American make? You can buy the American make medicine in India, but you'll have to pay 10 times more money. Shocking things are happening, viewers, and I'm getting too many calls tonight. Somnath, what do you think? Somnath from Hyderabad.
Colonial attitude, wherein if you want our business, you want our market, but you won't give us the rights that come with having access to our market. And I'm sorry, we have to stand up to these big companies.
Yeah, I think.
Hi, Arnab.
Hi, what do you think, Somnath?
Hi, Arnab. Good evening. Mad respect for you to take this up this evening. Arnab, I think I am, I can't even begin to express my disgust and outrage over this. Imagine finding a mouse, in your food, and these are multi-billion corporations. This reputation, if they can't handle basic hygiene, what other corners are they cutting? And if this would have been a small business, probably they would have been shut down today. But big corporations are getting away with murder. This is literally what you call, anything could have happened. Today was some other consumer. It could have been me, could have been you, could have been anyone.
Yeah, but you know what? The thing is, Somnath, and thank you for saying this, I'm actually surprised at the media. I don't know what's happened to the media in this country. They just don't want to talk about these issues. I don't know what their interest is. But cobra delivered inside an Amazon box. Come on.
It's advertising, Arnab. Why will they discuss these corporates?
Come on, that's what I say. You want advertising, but it should not come for a price. We also run one of the largest media companies in the country, Advaita, but I'm doing this, right, because I don't care. It impacts people. Dr. Suneet Mathur is calling from Orissa. Dr. Mathur, what do you think?
Hi, Arnab. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Arnab, being a supply chain professor, I think, there are major issues with every part of your supply chain, be it the manufacturing, be it the packaging, and be it the logistics and delivery. Well, I'm not complaining about any of these because I presume that good companies take care of them. But what we really need in this country is a good control. It's something like a parental control, where anybody has any problems with any of the products of these kinds, he can simply lodge a complaint, and then these people will be taken to task. Now, there is a consumer forum, but I don't know how active it is. But we need a very strong law on this. Because still people get afraid of all of this, where they are trying to beat the customer out.
Yeah, man.
Everything will keep happening like this forever.
Yeah, I'll tell you something, Dr. Mathur. I was This is just so scary. I have just so many people calling in right now. I have a next debate which is on the Darshan murder case in Bangalore, but I have so many calls, I don't know how to end this debate. But I want to tell you one thing, I want to add one thing here. The problem is with outsourcing. You see, they outsource everything, Mohit. No big company, I tell you this, no big company does the whole thing. X big company, delivery company, outsources to X company, somebody for warehousing, somebody for handling, somebody for transport, somebody for security, somebody for movement. Every part of the supply chain is outsourced. And therefore, and there are legal guarantees they have, these big companies. They cannot be held responsible for anything. They will simply they'll say, you have a problem with it? Oh, speak to our outsourcing partner. Am I right? Am I right, Mohit?
We have Consumer Protection Act, and there are laws where you have negligence. You can file a negligence lawsuit. You can file for mental and physical harassment as well.
Yeah.
But how many actually do that? And
they don't.
Parallel gig economy. The parallel gig economy, which the cheap labor, the cheap workers, and they are exploiting it, and the result is in front of all of us.
Yeah, I mean, this is just, this is so shocking. I'll take one more caller with us tonight, viewers. Frog in a chips packet, cobra in an Amazon delivery, mouse in a Hershey's delivery through Zepto, centipede in ice cream through Blinkit, human finger in ice cream cone in Mumbai, Yamo ice creams, police investigation going on. Templated reactions from all these companies, Amazon, Hershey's, Blinkit, finger and ice cream cone. Violation of laws, yes. Retired Colonel Chandra Mohan is calling in from Chennai. Colonel Chandra Mohan, what do you think, sir?
Good evening, Mr. Arnab. I happened to rather meet your dad, long time back. Okay.
You happen to?
I said, extremely happy to rather see to that. Our Republic TV is doing fantastic, firstly.
Thank you, sir. You mentioned something about my dad, so I was just...
Yes, we happen to meet few occasions,
sir.
And of course he's not around.
Sir,
okay,
sir.
My respect,
sir.
Rather to him too. Okay.
Sir, thank
Secondly,
you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Today, I'm calling from Chennai. Today,
sir.
The way these companies are taking the innocent, really worried and rather always, 24 hours busy people for a ride,
sir.
You have really brought out what is happening, and this has to be put a full stop, and rather stringent law have to be brought into. To see to that, these people should be taken the appropriate level. Okay?
Absolutely, sir.
Thank you very much,
sir,
and all the very best for Republic.
Thank you,
and I sent you a separate email to you.
Sir.
Could you find somebody to have a look and get back to me for a very serious, important issue?
I shall, Colonel, sir. I shall, sir. Thank you for remembering my dad too. And viewers, I don't know how to handle this tonight. Advaita, I've got just too many callers. It's like there's a tsunami of people calling in out there.
Yes, and Arnab, thank you for doing this, because only when you come up against these big companies, you realize how small your voice is. And I'm really grateful to you personally and for all those people.
Nobody picks it up. Nobody picks it up.
Yes.
It's an individual against billion-dollar companies. That's what it is. Sanjay, what are you saying? You have your hand up, Sanjay.
Yeah, absolutely. We are not focusing on the problem where the problem is. Obviously, any company, those who are operating in India, is governed by the land of law. No one can say that you need to talk to my head office, which is located in US and Switzerland, in this place.
No,
we need to understand if anything, these kind of things are happening in our country, then law has to take a proactive action and corrective measurement. But do you think our law is taking action? No. If we take an example of Hershey chocolate syrup, Hershey, I'm again saying, any manufacturing will not do such kind of things for sure, because it's impacting. Right.
But 1 minute, they have to give an answer more. I'll tell you. One minute, Sanjay. Not just for their brand or from the legal point of view, from the point of view of answerability to the consumer.
No, please understand. if you're making a phone call to any of these companies.
We touched a raw nerve tonight.
David, no, let me explain.
And I want all these companies. I want Zepto to come on my show. I want Blinkit to come on my show. I want Amazon to come on my show. I want Hershey's to come on my show. I want them all to come and tell us. I want this Xbox delivery which had happened of Amazon to come on my show. I want Yummo ice creams to come on my show. I want them to tell me what's going on. Yes, I'm willing to take all of them on. Suhail.
They have no empathy. They have no empathy. And this lawyer gentleman is saying completely something which is ironic and obfuscating. No one is saying that there must be a case that must be adjudicated tomorrow. All we are saying is, does the company have a responsibility towards apologizing to the customer?
Need to do the investigation.
I don't need a lawyer to tell me about empathy.
Where the companies went wrong, it is because of manufacturing error, or it is because of something else, or it is because of duplication, it is because of distribution. You cannot blame any company.
They're buying that brand. They're not buying XYZ general store.
Gentlemen, please speak one by one so that.
Okay, viewers, I promise to give. I'll tell you one thing. I will give all of them.
What Kasra is doing.
I will give all of them space on my channel, but they must not take the viewer or the Indian consumer for granted. And I'm not after foreign companies. I'm also saying the same for Indian companies.
Absolutely.
Yesterday we did a program on pornography on OTT platforms. Advaita was there. I'm equally against the Indian companies doing it. So it's not some Indian versus foreign companies angle in my side. Dr. Usha Rani is calling from Tamil Nadu. Dr. Usha Rani.
Arnab, just
Good evening. Good evening. What should be done?
Good evening, sir. There is an important aspect to this issue that has been neglected.
Yes.
It's not just the company, but the employees of the company are also to be included in this. They also should be made accountable for this. But of course, the company is accountable for that. After that.
Now, Dr. Rani, what happens is, Dr. Usha Rani,
I agree. Change in the rule that says that both the company and the employee should be punished for
No, but you see, what happens is, Dr. Usha Rani, I was horrified about the cobra angle which came in. And I felt I want to run the pictures of the cobra. Now, when the cobra entered the box, I don't know. Xbox obviously has not put the cobra. Amazon packing could have put the cobra. After the box was closed, or before the box was closed and taped, the cobra went in, which means there's a process problem. The box was left open. Where was that box kept? Where was that Amazon box kept? When did the cobra go in? Right? And is there a place where there's a snake infestation, where these Amazon boxes are found, which raises us to the question that the cobra could also have been around in an area where it not just be an Xbox, there could be food items, Advaita?
Absolutely. And Amazon will blame the cobra before they take any culpability themselves. Amazon will blame the cobra with their multi-million-dollar legal team before they'll take any culpability themselves. And you know what, Arnab? They'll probably get away with it. So this is the problem. The laws are skewed. The consumer rights don't exist. And these multi-billion-dollar companies just don't care.
No, they have to care. They have no choice now.
Bought the media. They have bought half the media, if not all of media, other than Arnab Goswami and one or
And
two
that's
others.
why there are no
Let me tell you how it
flaws.
works, yeah. Let me tell you how it works. This is the corporate game. They already have a PR team in motion who will then go out and say, no, this is not a manufacturing issue, this is a warehouse issue. First people they will throw under the bus are their vendors or their partners. No company will say, oh, we injected a mouse or a cobra into our product. Number two, they will then get a big Bollywood celebrity to come in and say, "Nee, ji, bahut acha kaam kiya inhone. It's a great company." Number three, they will parade children, ladies, men, whoever they've helped in the NGO world or the CSR world, saying we're a great organization. Then they will hire lawyers whose business it will be to either go to court, or they will hire other people whose business it will be to threaten the people who've complained or do an out-of-court settlement. They will then tell the lady who received a cobra that, look, we'll give you an elephant, withdraw the complaint about the cobra. This is their playbook.
No, but I'll tell you one thing. I'll tell you one thing. No, but what about the responsibility of the promoters? Because the promoters, many promoters now make these delivery companies make valuations and get exits, right? Yeah.
But they don't care enough. They don't care. The promoters don't care as long as the money keeps coming in. And they also realize that this kind of PR that is right now happening on your show will be forgotten because the Indian consumer is also like that.
And
the Indian government should take these people to task and shut them down. When a plant is shut down for 15 days and when you face the economic heat of losses, that's when these jokers will realize what the realities are.
Arnab, it's very important to understand the land of law. You cannot shut down the operation or any factory like this the way you want. Therefore, again, I'm saying, government need to come with the law.
Yeah, we also know lawyers. You're not the only lawyer we know. We know lots of lawyers.
What I'm saying,
Mr. Singh,
what I'm saying.
So don't tell us about the law. We're not novices here.
No, we are not.
We know the law. We know how the law is used. We know how the law is used.
Take action as per your
wish. Give us a lecture on the morality of the law.
And there's a law under which these companies are governed.
Obviously,
and these companies are governed,
then
need to take action accordingly.
My friend, whatever your name is, we're not saying use a bulldozer.
If you look at the acts, what is the punishment is there? Nothing. 3 years or maximum, max to max.
That's what I'm point is.
But there is a food poisoning case in a restaurant. That restaurant, the food inspector comes and closes that restaurant. Because this is about public safety. It's as simple as that. There is no legal argument that can override public safety.
This is not the way
that's so obvious. And if that is the argument
listen, when we need your advice, listen, my friend, when we need your advice, I will rattle your cage. The point I'm making is, as an advocate, listen, as an advocate, what you're saying is your business. Do you also endorse this as a human being, as a parent? If your child had opened a packet like this and got a snake,
people need to be answerable to the people of India. But you cannot blame any one company or two companies.
It's as
simple as that. Of course,
okay, viewers, I'm going into this issue. I appeal to the rest of the media to wake up and to wake up and start looking at this aspect. Ladies and gentlemen, Balaji Wafers manager Jay Sachdev responded with a statement I'm quoting from the media. Reported statement, our plant is completely automatic. Even if any bad potato is removed, this frog issue cannot be accepted. But the fact is there is a frog issue. And if you're saying you want to provide hygienic products to the people, this has now become a public safety issue in the country. What you're seeing on your screen, ladies and gentlemen, I want to describe it again, is full frame viewers. I'm going to the next caller. What you're seeing on your screen is a naja, I'm told. It is what is called a spectacled cobra. A spectacled cobra, according to my information, is a very, very venomous snake species. And this came in with the Amazon box. A story the rest of the media is keeping away from you. The rest of the media is working very, very hard to make sure that you don't get to know about this, because they will do their commercial deals on the side. They do not want the real information to come out. Remember, viewers, only Republic is picking up this and debating this tonight and will investigate it. Ankit Gupta is on the call from Hyderabad. Ankit, what do you think? Ankit?
Hello, sir. So there are basically 2 points. One is, I am from packaging industry, so I can tell you, like, there is one primary packaging, one is secondary packaging. Primary packaging is what the and manufacturer, right? And secondary is from the delivery partners, right? So recently there was one inspection from FSSAI to maximum delivery partners, and they have found that 50% of the products were of expiry date. But what next? After that, there was no action taken by the government. The warehouses are still running from the same warehouses. Now coming to the
so this is central government FSSAI, I presume?
Yes. This is central government FSSAI.
And but if the products are of expiry date and you appear to be from the packaging industry, why would the consumers accept it?
Yeah, so actually now 90% of the people, like even if you go to a supermarket, you will hardly see the manufacturing date or the expiry date on the product. So the companies are taking advantage of that. So, like nowadays, if you go to a supermarket, you will also see that you see products of the expiry date. See, the major concern is, let's suppose the frogs which are found in the bottle is not just about that one bottle. Let's suppose it is during the manufacturing.
No, let him speak. No.
I got infected.
Ankit, we are on a point of concern tonight.
Yes.
And you do realize that this has to be dealt with at a national level.
Yes.
And I think it's a responsibility of people like Sohail also with CII to make this a big issue.
Yes.
It's not about brand integrity. I'm saying what consumer safety issue, public safety issue.
This damages the brand.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Please understand what you are doing today.
Now the issue is not that the faker, not that one.
Sohail louder. Yeah, Sohail.
I said what you're doing to the brands today in this discussion must be seen in a positive light. Brands need to do three things. Number one, they need to apologize where mistakes are made. Number two, they need to do course correction. And number three, they need to exhibit empathy. You cannot have arrogance and hide behind some legal cloak saying, oh, the laws of the land. To hell with the laws of the land. Consumers want relationships. Consumers don't want a
ask you, Sohail, if an Amazon delivery had a snake in it in America, what would happen?
In America, the company
If a rattlesnake was found inside an Amazon delivery in America, what would happen?
Half these chaps, let me tell you what will happen in America, you will be sued silly. There will be a class action suit.
We have Amazon should come on my program and explain what's going on in answer to all the...
A bunch of consumers, and they will take that company to
But no one is going to...
Satya is my last caller tonight. Satya, what do you think? What should happen now, Satya? Should we have a consumer awakening in our country?
Yeah, first of all, Arnab and the Republic team, a fantastic job taking on this particular topic. I completely agree with Sohail sir on the thing that the companies are just outsourcing the risk. I would only say, jago, grahak, jago. And it's very important that advocates take the case up suo moto. It is not only, supporting the brand, but also making sure that we are supported. Customers need to be more aware and jago. Sohail sir is completely right with how the brand should first accept the customer's request.
I'll tell you one more thing. Satya, sorry to interrupt. Have you seen the way the media reports these kind of things? You know what they say? I'll tell you what they say. Can I tell you a typical headline?
Single column story.
I'll also tell you how they do the story.
It's a meme.
I'll tell you how they do the story. They will do the story, Advaita. Snake found in Amazon box, Amazon response. Snake found, Amazon replies. Play safe.
Meme. Or it's a meme, Arnab.
No, this is not the way. This is not the way. On the other hand, you'll do a 8-column headline on Rahul Gandhi's 54th birthday. But when a snake is found in an Amazon box, you say, snake found, centipede found, company replies. This is not the way. I have an issue right now with the way this entire matters are being dealt with. Escalation required. Escalation required. Viewers, for everyone whose call I could not take, I personally am sorry. I am overwhelmed with the response to 2 news stories we've been picking up. Pornography on OTT and the horror stories of various online delivery companies. We will continue to report this, but we need your support, public support for it. And the way I see it, viewers, every single day we depend on these products. These are household names. These are your favorites, sometimes most trusted choices. But when this very trust is betrayed, none of these brands go out of the way to answer you. Because they knew, viewers, at the end of the day, what are you going to do? You might drop a tweet here or there, eventually get tired of their long customer care calls, their endless forms and their tiresome redressal mechanisms. And it's all templated, just like their response to your grievances. Now, whether we like it or not, at the end of the day, the onus is on us to go to the consumer courts and seek accountability, because these companies will cite the excuse of rising consumerism and rising demand. But regulatory laws need to be tightened, because an army of lawyers are ready to run you into the ground if you complain, backed by the same billions that these companies made from your pocket. The buck must not stop here. We can no longer let these unicorn giants get away with any callous attitude or life-threatening negligence, because otherwise this cycle of delivering horror to your homes will continue endlessly. So we are going to track this here on Republic, and I shall see you tomorrow without fail, starting 8 up to midnight. Good night and goodbye.
Time for a quick breather.